Thank you all for joining me today as we discuss how to make our local communities more accessible for deaf individuals. Imagine with me for a moment that you've been dropped off in a foreign land where you do not speak the language and very few people there can communicate with you in your own language. Imagine how difficult it would be to navigate the world around you in this new land and to find solutions to overcome barriers in everyday situations. Unfortunately, this is the daily reality of deaf individuals within our local communities. Anytime a minority group does not have the same rights as the majority, our entire community suffers. By excluding deaf individuals from having full access to the whole community, the result is that the entire community misses out on the rich and beneficial symbiotic relationship that should exist. Today I would like to share with you a few suggestions to address some of the barriers that deaf people face every day. Number 1, open captioning for all audiovisual media. Number 2, creating deaf-friendly environments for all public places. Number 3, hiring people who can communicate using American Sign Language fluently, both deaf and hearing individuals. Let's begin by exploring how to implement some of these suggestions. First, open captioning needs to be provided for all audiovisual media. According to the Americans with Disabilities Act, all movie theaters must provide deaf patrons with closed captioning devices. I have 2 examples here. This is closed captioning glasses. As you can see, they're quite large and sort of heavy. They sit on the bridge of your nose, and they're definitely not a one-size-fits-all. Another problem with this type of technology is that it's not always accurate. This is the captive view. It has a base that sets in the cup holder of your theater chair, and it has a monitor screen that sets in front of the patron. So the patron must look from the written text up to the movie and back to the written text. And unfortunately, they miss out on the action and some of what's happening by having to look back and forth. Open captioning means that the words and the sounds that are heard during the movie are visible in a text display at the bottom of the screen. This would allow everyone to enjoy the movie equally. Open captioning is not just for movies. It needs to be included in any form of audiovisual media. Each of us can participate in this by captioning all social media videos that we post, such as YouTube or Facebook Live. My second suggestion is to create a deaf-friendly environment. One way for our community to be more deaf-friendly is for local businesses to offer American Sign Language Night. These types of events bring awareness to the deaf community, remove misconceptions, and create opportunities for people to find common ground. It's extremely important that we include the deaf community in the planning and implementing of events such as these, and that the customer service providers are fluent in American Sign Language. According to the staff at deaf-friendly.com, there are a few accommodations that can be made to create a deaf-friendly environment, such as adequate lighting, good eye contact, and providing alternative means of communication such as an LCD tablet or simply pen and paper to write back and forth. Another way to create a deaf-friendly environment is by providing round tables for dining and also a U-shaped table configuration for meetings. In addition, if you want to make your deaf friends and family members feel more a part of a conversation within a group of hearing people, consider having everyone download a voice-to-text app such as Ava, which allows group conversations to be displayed on smartphone screens. Any place that uses a public address system for voice announcements should also provide real-time written text for the announcements on monitors that are displayed throughout the facility. This is especially true for public transportation such as at airports. Having the announcements displayed visually gives deaf passengers equal access to all of the information being given. And the last item I have for creating a deaf-friendly environment is to have your staff learn basic ASL phrases specific to the services that you provide. In addition, your staff can learn to greet deaf customers, introduce themselves, and explain any accommodations that you provide, such as devices on the table to order meals or LCD tablets for written communication. Contact your local deaf community and ask for a qualified deaf teacher. This is my final suggestion. Our local companies should be actively pursuing hiring individuals who are fluent in American Sign Language, both deaf and hearing individuals. Authors Matthew Moore and Linda Levinson noted in the book For Hearing People Only, it is possible for deaf and hearing people to work together in harmony with respect respect, full and open communication, and equal opportunity. This benefits your business in a number of ways, including expanding your customer base. Deaf people prefer to interact in situations where no communication barriers exist. They are fiercely loyal, and they trust one another. Once they've had a great experience at a place of business, they will share that experience throughout the entire deaf community, as pointed out by Thomas Holcomb in his book titled Introduction to American Deaf Culture. In conclusion, I've presented a few simple strategies that, when implemented, can assist in providing our deaf neighbors with better access to the local community. To recap, those are open captioning for all audiovisual media, creating a deaf-friendly environment for all public places, and hiring people who can communicate fluently using American Sign Language, including both deaf and hearing individuals. This list is by no means exhaustive, but it's only the very tip of the iceberg. And I want to be clear that I didn't come up with these suggestions on my own. I researched books and websites written by deaf authors, and I consulted with members of our local deaf community, including 2 of my ASL instructors. I encourage you to reach out to your local deaf community and ask how you can get involved in making your community fully accessible for all deaf individuals.